let's go over to Australia, down under, to Melbourne Victory star Juan Mata. Juan, good morning.
Good morning, Juan.
Good morning. Good evening from here.
Look at that beautiful sky behind you. Gorgeous. All we have is rain here, Juan. Rain, 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 rain.
You wonder why I'm here?
Where are you, Melbourne?
In Melbourne, yes.
Lovely. What a great sporting city. Fantastic for all sports, Juan.
Yeah. You know that here the AFL, Australian football, is the biggest sport. So, yeah, many things going on here.
The Yarra River, isn't it, in Melbourne? Beautiful.
Yarra River,
yeah,
correct.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Played over there as well. How are you enjoying it, Juan? It's totally different, of course. A lot of ex-European players are out there. How is it good standard? Are you happy playing there?
I'm happy. It's a great life here. The standard is good. Of course, it's not like in England or Spain, but for this stage in my career, it's a fantastic place to be. I'm enjoying still my football, playing for Melbourne Victory, like you said, and trying to still win trophies. So it's all good.
Brilliant.
Juan, it's been a very good season for yourself. You lead the A-League in assists. You've got 9 of them. Scored 2 and 1 assist in the Melbourne derby. Back-to-back player of the months as well. How fantastic it's been of a season for you.
Yeah, it's been really good. I'm enjoying my football since the beginning, to be honest, since I arrived to Melbourne Victory. There's great energy in the club. There's great connection with the coaching staff, with my teammates, and I'm enjoying my football. And I think you know it better than anyone. It's very important to enjoy what you do every day, and especially if you play football and wake up every morning with the desire to train and still compete. So I'm doing that, and that's why I'm happy about still enjoying this game.
When I played out there, I think it was 1988, and I actually scored the first goal in the new Sydney Stadium. I love Sydney. It was beautiful. I don't remember too many Spanish out. And my brother lives in Perth, Australia.
Okay.
And there was a lot of Balkans, Greece and Slavs and Croats. There wasn't too many Spanish. Is there many Spanish out in Australia now?
There are more now, I think, than before. When I used to live in Sydney, there were loads, especially by the beach area where Bondi, Tamarama, or Coogee, a lot of Spanish. But you're right. For example, here in Melbourne is more Greeks, Serbians, Croatians, Italians, but not many Spanish.
I think there's more Greeks in Melbourne than... There's only one. Athens is the only city in the world that's got more Greeks than Melbourne. Yes,
that's right. Yeah, that's right.
Juan, can I ask you about your next game as well? It's Adelaide United. If you win, you go above them. And can you explain the A-League? Because it's different, isn't it, to obviously other leagues around the world. It's the top 6, isn't it, going to the playoffs to determine the champion?
Yeah, it's a closed league like the MLS in the US. So you have the regular league, and then you have the playoffs. You have to make the top 6 to play the playoffs, which we are now. I think we're 4th, 5th. So yes, we can beat Adelaide and go above them, and then the first 2 they go straight to the semifinals, and the rest play for a spot in there. So it's different. Of course, I'm used to promotion, relegation, and all that, which is football as I understand it. But here is different. It's like in America.
Yeah. I think you've invested one in San Diego FC, MLS. Can you see the MLS getting bigger and bigger? San Diego, I played down there as well. Beautiful. Lovely, lovely part of the world. What about MLS? Is that due to get bigger with World Cup coming up in a few weeks' time?
I believe so. I believe there are a couple of things that are making the sport very relevant in the country. Of course, one of them is the World Cup coming this summer, but also the players that are going there, right? When we talk about Messi and other high-profile players that are creating better standards, there has been more investment. And so the level is going up, and I really believe it's gonna keep going up. That's why I'm involved in San Diego, which, by the way, we had a fantastic season last year, winning the Western.
And nothing in Spain. Marbella, they're looking for a new owner in Marbella. One, that is right up your street, Marbella. Come on.
It's also a nice place. You're right, but no, not yet.
Not yet. Right.
Not yet.
Your best memories, Juan, would it be Chelsea? We've got a lovely message coming up in a moment from one of your teammates. But tell me about your time at Chelsea. You played in a great side with great players.
Yeah, my time at Chelsea was fantastic since the beginning. When I arrived and we had the dressing room full of characters like Drogba, Lampard, Terry, Peter Cech, Ashley Cole. It was an incredible experience for me coming from Valencia, changing countries, playing in the Premier League, trying to learn new language, and I had to adapt my football to the Premier League. So to be able to arrive and win the Champions League, then win the FA Cup, also the Europa League the following year, everything was going very, very good in a short amount of time. So I was very much enjoying London and my time at Chelsea, and I always have great memories when I think of those years.
I was looking at your record at Chelsea, Juan, and that's probably where you played some of your best football, 135 appearances, 33 goals, 53 assists. And the season before you left for Manchester United was prolific, wasn't it? 20 goals, 36 assists. Why did that come to an end and you moved to Manchester United?
Well, it was in my third season. We had a couple of changes in the club with players and coach, and it was a fact that I didn't play as much as I was used to, and I was, of course, not happy with that situation coming from those two seasons. But I tried to keep going. I stayed professional. I, of course, respected the players that were playing at the time, and it came to a finish because in December I had the opportunity to go to Manchester United, and we both, Chelsea and myself, thought that was the best option. And also, when you have the opportunity to play for a club like United, I think it's difficult to say no.
Yes.
And Juan, also, if I go way back to the start of your career, Real Madrid, the youth. You started as a young kid at Real Madrid. What sort of players were playing in the first team when you were aspiring to be a regular for Real Madrid? Who was some of the big names playing in the starting 11?
Well, I remember when I was playing for Real Madrid Castilla, which is the B team of Real Madrid, and we were training with them. The likes of, Casillas, Roberto Carlos, Beckham, Zidane, Raúl, Figo, everyone was there. And so to be able to train with them when I was 17, it was just amazing. And I still, remember, for example, Zidane, which was one of my idols. When I saw him play live and when I was training with him, I realized his magic and his level.
Yeah, what a player he was. He had everything, didn't he? Great. I loved the way his awareness. You know what I mean, Juan? He knew before he got the ball where the defender was, what side, and he knew if he had to pass it first time, there was where one of his teammates was. He was just an all-round fantastic player. Real Madrid and Valencia, Chelsea, Manchester United. Did you enjoy your time at United?
I did, of course. Yes, I did. It were many years, and we had better years, not so good years, but overall, the feeling of playing for Manchester United is unique. I had, like you mentioned before, so many good memories, made great friends for life, and to be able to play at Old Trafford every 2 weeks is something that you can consider yourself privileged. So yes, with the good and not so good moments, I'm proud of my time in the club. I always tried my best, and of course there were some challenging seasons after Sir Alex Ferguson left, but overall, to be able to play for the club and try my best to bring it where I think it deserves to be, it's something that I take with me.
Juan, your experience at Chelsea and your career at Chelsea was a big success. I remember playing against you and we had sleepless nights before and after playing against you. But if you look at the model of Chelsea back then, the signings of players and the experience to what Chelsea is now, the model is a lot of younger players. And, if you get to 28 now, you're old at Chelsea. Do you find it a strange model now at Chelsea? Because, you know, you do need experience in that dressing room, don't you, at any club?
I don't think it's only Chelsea. I think it's something that it has changed in football. Um, every club now, I think they are trying to sign so many younger players because they have potential, the potential to become better, the potential to grow as a player and probably grow in market value. Whereas before, probably clubs were more prioritizing signing realities, players that were already made and established. So yes, I think that's happening, but I don't think that's something that might be happening only in Chelsea. I think it's in general the new trend or tendency of football.
Yes.
And Michael's doing a good job, Michael Carrick. People ask me
Yeah.
all the time, should they give him the job full time? I'm saying absolutely yes.
Well, Michael is very capable. He's a very intelligent guy. First of all, as a person, I love him. He was a fantastic teammate, always there for you. He never wanted to take the spotlight, but he let his football talk. He was very important for the team, always, looking for these passes, especially for players like me in between the lines. In the dressing room, he was always an example for all of us, his character and his professionalism. And again, I said it, he's a very intelligent guy that loves the game, and I'm very happy that he's getting the results that the club need. He knows how to get to the players, of course, and yeah, I'm enjoying at the moment watching the games.
Well, I've got two questions now for you about Spain's national team. First one to ask you about is David Villa. I mean, like, as a striker, growing up watching David Villa and watching him, for me, one of the best finishers I've seen. You obviously played with him. How good of a striker was he? And also, this young Spanish team knocking England out in the final, beating us in the Euros. What chance have they got of bringing the World Cup back to Spain?
Well, David Villa is, for me, without a doubt, one of the best European strikers ever.
Yes.
He's up there, of course, in Spain. I've been lucky to play with him both in Valencia and in the national team. His ability to look for the goal with the right foot, the left foot from every position, his understanding of the movements in the box. He's not, as you know, he's not massive. He's not incredibly quick. He's not incredibly strong, but his understanding of the movement as a striker is just unbelievable. So defenders could not catch him. So incredible player, and again, incredible human being. Spanish national team is good, isn't it? They have so many good players in this generation, and if we talk, of course, about Lamine, but many others, no. And I was in that final against England in Berlin, in Germany, and the level they showed, it was just so high. So I think there's present in Spain, there's future, of course, because of the age of many of them, and I think, of course, they are one of the favorites for the World Cup. I hope they can make it.
The stats tell us that when the World Cup is in America or the Southern Hemisphere, it's only, I think, Germany have won it. It's ridiculous. The South American sides, they win. But why would someone like Spain or France, for instance, who are used to the heat, not a problem? Why couldn't they win it this year?
Yeah, why not? I think Spain is going to be there, honestly. And yes, many of the Spanish players are used to the heat and the conditions. And especially, I think they have the confidence in their mind after winning the Euros that they can do it. And if they play at their best level, they can beat anyone. So I hope they really do.
Yeah. And just on Spanish managers and players, Pep Guardiola, his record's unbelievable. And people say this could be his last year in England. But I look what Manchester City, they still can win the Premier, they can still win the Champions League, they can still win domestic cups. Pep has been unbelievable for football in England, hasn't he?
Well, unfortunately, I was in the other side, so it was not very enjoyable to see everything he did. But of course, what he has done in football in different countries is just incredible. The amount of trophies, the way they play, the improvement on players. And yes, everyone was saying that, Manchester City this season are not the same. They're not having a great season, but they are fighting for everything. So that's what he constantly does. His teams are always or almost always fight for trophies, and that's something that not many can do.
Juan, we've got a nice message here for you from one of your ex-teammates. We'll play that now for you, mate.
Okay.
So I just wanted to say a big hello to the little maestro and the guy that helped us win the Champions League in 2012, the man who took the corner that set up Didier's goal on the header. I actually have a picture of that exact corner in my office thanks to this man and the trophy. What an amazing, amazing player, top player. More importantly, above all of that, just a great man as well and a great person to have around as well. Always what I loved about Juan is that in really difficult situations, he always see the best in a really tough situation. He always had a really mature head on young shoulders. And I think people like him and Cesc Fabregas, they see the game in a completely different way to other people because they're a special, special talent. And I think he's going to be either a top manager or a top coach if he goes into that space post-retirement. But Juan, I hope you're well, mate. I love you. I miss you. And I hope to see you soon.
Ah, very nice.
Any idea who that is, Juan?
Of course, it's Big John.
Fabulous.
Yeah,
his record one is unbelievable.
Yeah.
We were talking on talkSPORT the other morning about who was the best centre-backs, and we rattled off like people at Rio Ferdinand, people at Manchester United. John Terry, his record stands up against anyone.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. It is about facts and numbers, and he has to be up there. I mean, when I arrived to that dressing room, he was the one, that really helped me with, where to live, what do I need, what my family needs. He was really every day trying to help my settling. Him, Lamps, also Frank Lampard, fantastic, Peter Cech. So we had great leadership in the team, and I think that was instrumental, of course, for us to win the trophies that we did. But yeah, it's been very nice to see him, and I hope I can see him soon in a golf course. He's way better than me, but I'll try.
He's playing regular golf. Yes. Let me tell you.
I know, he's almost professional.
Oh yeah, Zola as well, playing a lot of golf. One, Frank Lampard you mentioned there. Frank is doing a fantastic job with Coventry City, and it looks as if Frank's going to bring them to the Premier. How good is that?
That would be fantastic for a historic club in England, of course. I have friends that support Coventry, so I will be happy for them, but especially for Frank. Again, when you think back of the players that you have played with, you don't only remember the moments on the pitch, but especially the moments off the pitch. So Frank, like Michael Carrick, one of the most intelligent guys that I have ever played with. Again, understanding the game so good. His arrival to the box, I think, is the best player that I played with in terms of arriving to the box as a number 8, as a number 10, and his ability to score 10 to 15 goals for 10 seasons in a row or more in the Premier League is unmatched. So, yeah, Frank, of course, is another one of the great ones.
Juan, you're enjoying your football, of course, in Australia, but surely in the future, the career you've had, you've got to give back to coaching, and maybe we can get you back to the cold rain of England to come and do some coaching here.
I will probably go back to England, yes. So when I had enough of the sun and the beaches and the great lifestyle here, I will get my umbrella ready, and I will go back to England, which is my second home, and I love it there. So yes, I will go back.
Juan, who would be the best manager that you respected, the best manager you played under?
That's a very difficult question because, for example, in the national team, we had Vicente del Bosque.
Yeah.
We won everything with him, the World Cup and the Euros. And he was very good for what we needed at the time, which was, he was really good at understanding the roles of the players and the communication with the senior players. The understanding of the game that we needed. And of course, we had fantastic players, but he understood what we needed, and that was perfect. So he was very important for me. In Valencia, Ronald Koeman.
Oh, yes.
he was the one that gave me the chance to play regularly and grow as a player. So you always need somebody that believes in you, and he was the one for me, Ronald. I had Emery for many years in Valencia, and again we did great seasons with him, fighting against Barcelona and Real Madrid, another top coach. I mean, I could be here 2 hours talking about coaches, but it's difficult to pick just one.
Yeah, and one, I think we talk about great players that you played with and against in England. The golden question, the €1,000,000 question is, why have England not won a major trophy since 1966?
And you have been very, very close for the last years, right? So it's not a matter of ability. It's not a matter of talent. It's not a matter of. It's just sometimes it happened to Spain before. We were never reaching semifinals. We were always losing in the quarterfinals. It became actually like a mental thing for us. We went to the quarterfinals thinking, okay, we're gonna go out now. And it happened to England in the last finals that they reached the final. So they are much better than majority of the teams in the competition, which is something very positive. But then in the final, didn't do it. I don't know, to be honest. Sometimes you need a bit of luck in the decisive moment, in the keys moment. Football can be cruel.
Is their
But
Premiership too difficult? Because top, bottom can beat top. Is it too competitive by the end of the season? Fatigue, tiredness, or is that an easy excuse?
No, that might be a reality, but also other leagues like Spanish league, and they're also strong. I just don't know, honestly. And sometimes the big games are decided by small details. And if England beats Spain in Berlin, we will be talking about one of the best generations in English football by a small, very, very small margin. And so sometimes I think you have to look at the bigger picture, and the bigger picture is that England is really, really close to win.
Yes.
So maybe this summer.
Juan, we've had a big debate over here for the last 2 weeks about John Terry and Virgil van Dijk. We have to put you on the spot, my friend. I'm sorry before we let you go. Out of both defenders, which one would you pick as the better defender?
Well, not only because, of course, the video that he sent me now, but
he's listening, by the way.
Yeah, John, for me, John, and of course, Virgil is fantastic at what he's done for Liverpool. Is I respect that, but the personality, the character, what he meant on the pitch, his leadership, and of course, Virgil also. But the way, when I was taking corners and free kicks, I knew that if we had John Terry, if we had Didier Drogba, if we had Carrick, if we had Ivanovic in the box, I just had to put the ball there, and it will probably be a chance. So yeah, for me, John is one of the best ever.
Juan, listen, we'll let you go.
Amazing.
Enjoy your time in beautiful Australia and Melbourne.
Thank you.
And hopefully we'll see you. Well, when you're ready, hopefully we'll see you back in England.
Come back to the rain, Juan. Legend.
Yeah, you're mad. You're
Thank
mad.
you.
Or maybe in San Diego. Juan, adios. Thank you. Really
Thank you. Thanks
pleasure.
very much.
Thank you.